Hello dear students. So in this lecture we are going to start a very important chapter, that is complex numbers. Importance of complex number can be understood by the fact that many number of questions you will see in each and every competitive exams, as well as when you will go into your engineering stream, whether electrical or electronics, you will deal with complex numbers in a great way. Okay. So in this chapter we will discuss the basics of complex number, how they came, what are their algebraic operations, and what are their certain properties. Okay. If we talk about NCERT, there is a very small portion of complex number is given in NCERT. In fact, they have combined the quadratic equation and complex numbers, both the chapters, into a single chapter. Okay. But in this chapter we will deal this complex number more than that. Okay. So first let us discuss what are the earlier number system. The very first number system that was known to the world are natural number system, that are counting numbers. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. These are the counting numbers which we call as natural number system. Okay. With the knowledge of 0, when we include 0 along with the natural numbers, the number system then becomes whole number system. Whole number system. Okay. Then with the knowledge of negative numbers, when we incorporate negative numbers along with the whole numbers, okay, the number system are called as integers. This number system is called as integers. Okay. Then comes the rational numbers. Rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in the form of p by q, some numerator upon denominator, some non-zero denominator, where p and q are integers, q not equal to 0. Okay. So numbers of the form p and q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. These numbers are called as rational numbers. And then there are also those numbers which can be written in the form of p by q, some integer upon some non-zero integer, and those numbers are collectively called as irrational numbers. Okay, which are not rational. So all these number systems are collectively called as real numbers. Real numbers also include natural numbers. They include whole numbers, integers, rational, irrational, everything. Okay. Let us think about a polynomial equation, x square plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. If we are to solve this given polynomial equation, x square plus 1 equal to 0, it means that we have to find a number whose square is, when added to 1, result into a 0. Okay. But to earlier mathematicians, only real numbers are known. They couldn't be able to solve these kind of polynomial equations. Okay. If you go to history of mathematics, okay, Indian mathematician Mahavir, he mentioned first in his work Ganit Sar Sangrah, he mentioned that negative is not a square, negative quantity is not a square quantity, because at that time only real numbers are known. Okay. So at that time mathematicians were not able to solve these kind of polynomial equations. But later on in 18th century, a Swiss mathematician Leonhard Euler, he introduced a simple, that is a root of -1, and which is denoted by the letter I, we call it iota. Okay. He introduced this number root of -1 specifically to solve this kind of polynomial equation like x square plus 1 is equal to 0. So with the introduction of this number, which we called iota, which is equal to root of -1, a whole new world of imaginary numbers and hence complex numbers opens. Okay, so complex numbers are the biggest number system known to the world, and complex numbers it comprises of all the real numbers. It also comprises of all the imaginary or fictitious numbers. Okay, so this is the basic of evolution of number system. Okay, so let's see the definition of a complex number. Any number of the form x plus iota y. What is iota? We will see some powers of iota later on. Any number of the form x plus iota y where x and y are real numbers. Iota, we have already talked about iota. Iota is root of -1. Okay, so any number of the form x plus iota y is called a complex number. This is the basic definition of complex number. If I write 2 plus 3 iota, this is a complex number. If I write -3 plus 6 iota, this is again a complex number. So complex numbers are of the form x plus iota y, some real number plus iota times another real number. Okay, so this is the definition of complex number, x plus iota y where x and y are real and iota is what? Iota is root of -1. Okay, examples. Say 1 minus 2 iota, 3 plus 4 iota, root 3 plus iota, -1 by 2 minus iota root 3 by 2. Okay, these are all complex numbers. In the definition of complex number, this x is and this y is what? It must be real number, they can also be 0. Okay, so if I write 4 iota, this is again a complex number having its x part, that is real part, 0. Okay, if I write 7, only 7, it has its imaginary part, that is the part that comes with iota. Okay, that is 0. So every complex number has some real part and it has some imaginary part. Okay, so in these examples we can easily see what are the real part and what are the imaginary part. Okay, in the first example, real part is 1, imaginary part is -2. Second, 3 and 4, minus root 3 and 1, -1 by 2, minus root 3 by 2. Here the real part is 0 and imaginary part is 4. In the last example, real part is 7 and imaginary part is 0. Okay, so every complex number has some real part, it has some imaginary part. We can write every complex number. Generally these complex numbers are usually denoted by the letter z. Okay, so if z is equal to x plus iota y, it has two parts. A real part is denoted by the symbol and a real of z, which is equal to x. It has some imaginary part, it is denoted by im, imaginary of z, and that is y. Okay, so far we have discussed the evolution of number system: natural number, whole number, integer, rational, irrational. All these are collectively called as real numbers. And then there are some numbers which are imaginary numbers. Okay, the root of -1 is called as iota. And the definition of complex numbers: so complex number is a combination of real as well as imaginary number. जैसे यहाँ हम देख रहे हैं 1 minus 2 iota, it has two part, one is real part, that is 1, the other is imaginary part, that is -2 iota. Okay, so it is a combination of both real part as well as imaginary part. So again we can classify complex numbers as complex numbers can be classified as purely real complex numbers, and a purely real complex number are those complex number which has imaginary part 0. So if complex number is written as x plus iota y and y is equal to 0, then this complex number is purely real. Okay, for purely real, imaginary part must be 0. Imaginary part is 0. Okay, then there are purely imaginary complex numbers. Purely imaginary, if any complex number is written in the form x plus iota y where x is equal to 0, the real part becomes 0. A real part becomes 0, then that complex number will be called as purely imaginary. And then there are those complex number which are only called as imaginary, not purely imaginary, only imaginary. Okay, so those complex numbers x plus iota y in which imaginary part is not 0, the part that comes with iota, that must not be 0. If a real part can be 0, real part can also be non-zero, but the imaginary part must not be 0. This type of complex number is called as imaginary, only imaginary. For purely imaginary, the real part must become 0. So these are some classifications of complex number. Okay, so let's see what are some powers of iota. Okay, so far we have seen that iota is root of -1. If I square, iota square gives us 1. Okay, if I again multiply iota both sides, then iota cube will be -1 into iota, and eventually iota cube will be minus iota. Okay, and what will be iota to the power 4? Iota power 4 is the square of iota square, and that is -1 square gives us 1. Okay, so these are some. Iota is what? Root of -1. Iota square is -1. Iota cube is equal to minus iota. Iota to the power 4 is equal to 1. These are some important powers of iota. Okay, if let's say we have to calculate the value of iota to the power 153. Okay, so we know that iota to the power 4 becomes 1. So if this power becomes very large, we will divide this power by 4 and see how many iota to the power 4 can be generated. Okay, so 1 to the power, sorry, iota to the power 153 can be written as 4 into 38. 4 into 38 will be what? 152. Okay, and plus 1. So we can write iota to the power 4 whole to the power 38 into iota. This is simple law of exponent. Okay, iota to the power 4 is 1, 1 to the power 38 into iota, which finally gives us iota. Okay, so for the larger powers, we can divide that power by 4 and see what the remainder is. Okay, so iota to the power any number that is of the form 4n plus 1. 4n plus 1 represents a number which when divided by 4 gives us the remainder 1. Okay, so iota to the power 4n plus 1 will be simply iota, because it can be written as iota to the power 4 whole to the power n into iota. This part become 1 and the remaining iota will be there. Okay, iota to the power 4n plus 2 will be iota square, and finally it will be -1. Iota to the power 4n plus 3 will be what? Iota to the power 4n becomes 1, iota to the power 3 will be remaining, and which will gives us minus iota, and iota to the power any number which is completely divisible by 4, that is 4n, will gives us 1. Okay, so this thing you can you can see. Okay, so these are the important powers of iota. We can solve some problems based on these powers of iota. First one is we have to find the value of iota plus iota square plus iota cube up to iota to the power 10. Okay, we can also calculate up to the iota to the, up to iota to the power 100. Okay, so it's very easy. You can easily verify, you can easily see that this is what, this is a series which is nothing but a geometric progression. Okay, so we can write the sum of 100 terms of this GP, that is first term, into common ratio is also at a common ratio to the power number of term minus 1 divided by common ratio minus 1. Iota to the power 4 is 1, and iota to the power any multiple of 4 is also 1. Iota to the power 4n, iota to the power 4n is equal to 1. So iota to the power 100 will again be 1, and 1 minus 1, numerator will be 0. So no matter what the denominator is, final answer is 0. Okay, second, we have to simplify I to the power 50, I to the power 51 up to I to the power 54 divided by denominator. Let's say I square is minus 1, I to the power 4 is 1, then these get cancelled. I cube is minus iota, which will be cancelled by iota. So denominator will be only I to the power 5. I to the power 5 is nothing, only iota. Okay, because 5 can be written as 4 into 1 plus 1. This is of the type 4 and plus 1. Okay, and in the numerator we can take I to the power 50 as common. So 1 plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota to the power 4. Okay, so iota to the power 49 into I square, I power 4 get cancelled, I cube and I get cancelled, so we are left with only 1. So finally I to the power 49, I to the power 49 can be written as 4 into 12 plus 1, 4 and plus 1 type. So this will be only iota. Final answer is iota. Next, root of minus 25. Minus 25 can be written as this, minus 9 can be written as this, and minus 16 can be written as this. Okay, so this becomes iota root 25, iota root 9 and iota root 16. Okay, 5 iota, minus 3 iota, 4 iota. So final answer will be 6 iota. Okay, we can also write this as minus 36 power 1 by 2. Okay, next question is I to the power 1 plus 3 plus 5 up to 2n plus 1, 1 plus 3 plus 5 up to 2n plus 1. This is NAP, and also these are the consecutive odd numbers. The sum of first n odd numbers is equal to n square. Therefore, the sum of first n plus 1 odd numbers is equal to n plus 1 whole square. Okay, so iota to the power square of some number, n plus 1 का whole square. Let's see, any perfect square, 1, 4, I am writing some perfect squares, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 7 square will be 49, 64, 81, 100, 121. Okay, you can easily verify, you can easily see, observe that any perfect square will be either divisible by, completely divisible by 4, or it leaves one remainder, when we divide it by 4. So any perfect square is either of the form 4k or 4k plus 1. Okay, So if I can write two cases here, if n plus 1, if n plus 1 whole square is of the form 4k, okay, then I to the power 4k will gives us the answer 1. And if n plus 1 square is of the form 4k plus 1, then the final answer will be iota, okay. Now we have to see when will n plus 1 whole square is of the form 4k, okay. So you can see 1, 4, 9, 16, okay. The square of even natural number is of the type 4k, but the square of odd natural number is of the type 4k plus 1, okay. So if we are saying that n plus 1 whole square is of the form 4k, it means n plus 1 is even, and n plus 1 even means n is odd, okay. Here we are saying that n plus 1 whole square is of the form 4k plus 1, it means n plus 1 is odd and hence n is even, okay. So this is the final answer. The answer will be 1 if n is odd, the answer will be iota if n is even, okay. So this is all about the definition of complex number and what are the real part, imaginary part, what is the purely real complex number, purely imaginary complex number, okay, and what are the powers of iota, okay. So in the next lecture we will see some algebra of complex number, okay.